Hello fellow engineers and welcome back to Hydroneer. So in our quest for fat gold profits, this is where we've got to. We've got a mostly underground mine, and if we head down here, we've got these 4 machines producing us sort of medium-sized gold, and then down here we've got these 2 machines producing us some big nuggies. And then back at the top, everything gets sorted out, so it all drops into these containers and we can pour out and we get golden bars. And by the way, to celebrate 1 million subscribers, yes, I realize I'm a bit late, I've released new merch that we've spent literally months on, hence the lateness. And it's basically what my channel would look like if it was a planet. And there's loads of small little details that link to past videos, and I'm so happy with how it turned out. I mean, look at it, it's amazing. Anyway, there's a range of products showcasing this in my store, realcivilengineer.store, and if you're quick, there's a limited edition version of the poster that I've digitally signed. Think of all the fraud and mischief you'll be able to get up to with that. Wait, editor, scrap that. Anyway, once again, thanks for the 1 million subs. It's honestly a dream come true, but we got a golden bridge to build. We've also been making some improvements to the general area, because our corporation, we don't just work for ourselves, we don't just work for profit, we like to improve everyone's landscape. So not only have we designed and manufactured our own bridge that helps the people get from one side to the other, because that one wasn't good enough for some reason. We've also made beautiful fish sculptures, the fish nado, as well as given people a choice so they no longer have to use this absolute hideous product of architecture. It's this bridge, the fish bridge. Yet this got the highest ever bridge review score that's ever been recorded. However, I did have some complaints about my score, saying it was unfair. Now, I gave this a 9.7, and you might remember the review of this bridge over here. I docked some points because there was no safety barrier, it wasn't safe, and of course an engineer's motto is always safety first. So in the comments, a lot of people say, Matt, you're biased just because you built this bridge yourself. You've given this a score without docking points for lack of safety barrier. Well, no, I did actually dock score for lack of safety barrier, because I gave this bridge a 9.7 out of 10, and obviously it would have been a 10 out of 10 if it had the safety barriers. So there you go, I'm not biased, I did knock points for lack of safety barrier. Anyway, let's get into our truck. We can drive across our useful bridge, which gets us... oh god. No, we're good. The bridge is useful. Here we go. This is a way more efficient way of driving than using this stinking old roads that are everywhere. Anyway, we'll head back to our claim because we've got some work to do today. So basically, I think we're done with the piecrete. I want to move on to a new material, and I want to get things snazzy. But I want to use gold, and not just gold. I want to use gold bars to try and make some improvements around here. And actually, if you look down at the comments of the last video, you will see Max, the developer. I think he took my bridge review of his bridge to heart, because he gave this one, the first and only build in Hydroneer, he gave it a 2.4 out of 10. Now that's just not playing ball game. There's not the strict criteria that I use when I do bridge reviews. And to be honest, if he thinks that is better than that, then he needs to change the name Bridgeport to Bridge Poor. Get it? Because it's got poor bridges. No. Okay. Well, anyway, in order to make enough gold to create whatever I'm going to create to improve the land, we're probably going to need to up our gold production significantly. So if we pour out the iron and we pour out the cloutium, we can take both of these bars, load them into the back of the truck, and then we can drive all the way to that place where we can make some new mining machines. Now, I'm going to try and be clever this time. I'm going to park under that machine, so every mining machine that comes up should drop straight into the back. That is the theory anyway. Meanwhile, I'll put these onto this conveyor and they should go downstairs. And then when we come in here and head down the lift ourselves, avoiding the lift because it's a lot quicker, and we've got strong kneecaps, we can find our bars down here. So we just grab these, head over to the massive anvil and drop them in where they melt nicely. Do the same with the iron. Oh, it doesn't want to melt. Why doesn't it want to melt? What's going on there? Oh, is it because I got this thing and that only takes cloutium? Yeah, take you off. We want this one, the T2 miner, which costs 1,000 iron and 300 cloutium. So now we can put iron in there. Yes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, down here we have the change from last time, so it's a load of cloutium. But I'm sort of suspecting, because we left this for so long whilst we were building the bridge, we should be able to make a load of these. So let's pull the lever and let's watch the magic happen. There we go, we have one. Then when we put the bars back in and go again, do we have another one? Should I have moved that? I think we have 2. And then we'll just keep putting our change back in the smelter until finally we get the annoying sound effect that means we can't make any more. So we'll just go and take these back to our claim by shoving them on this conveyor, because as you can see here, that should go up to the top and into the truck, although I didn't put it in very nicely. All right, there we go. Poof, it's gone. Then once we get out to the surface again, oh yeah, look, they're in the back. Nice. So we drive back to our claim. Obviously, just about stay on all four wheels. That was close. Not quite make it through there. Then we can park up here and grab these and send them down the hole. And basically, I'm just going to extend this network like back that way. So we're going to have to grab our pickaxe. Right, there we go. Next up, I'll put the pipe work in. And to extend this, I've replaced a corner pipe with a T-junction. We're going to keep going that direction. And normally the spacing means we've got to do it like this. So we're going to have a straight pipe there and then another T down to the next one. So we're going to have a gap between each of these machines. Right, for some reason, the game's saying no. I can put it there, I can put it down there, but I can't put it there where I want it. I don't know why. I literally can't see anything there. What? Maybe it's that. I'm a bit worried I'm undermining the structural stability of my ramp up there. Like, I don't understand. I can't put a pipe there. Yeah, I can put it there. So it's definitely not the dirt it's clashing with. Why do you do this to me, game? Why? Why can you go there but not there? Like, look how much space there is around this pipe. All right, so I can put a pipe there in that wall, but I can't put it there in the gap. Of course, game. I've actually found it easier to place these in the wall first and then carve the dirt out afterwards. Anyway, after a whole lot of digging and a whole lot of why are you dripping, we were finally at the point where we could add the machines and the conveyors to the rest of this network. All right, nice. There we go. We are in. Next up, I'll run to the end. I'm going to turn all of these on. Right, so now they are all turned on and they're all producing dirt. So if we go up the top, we should hopefully see that we've got a constant chain of dirt coming through here. Yeah, there's loads coming through because every one of these blobs of dirt turns into a resource at the end of this harvester, which means a near constant supply of gold. Now, next up, we got to decide what we actually want to use these gold bars for. You know what? I feel like this would be a lovely spot for a golden gate bridge. The actual golden gate. And again, because I'm not Josh, I'm going to do this somewhat sensibly. We're going to go into this mod menu, the creative mod, where we can spawn any item we want. Well, look, there's a hard hat. What does a hard hat do? Description to be confirmed. Oh man, there's a hard hat. I'm wearing it. Okay, we're wearing this for the rest of the video. Safety first. But yeah, I'm just going to have a scroll through. Oh, look. Oh, and I'm an idiot. I could have just spawned gold bars. Why didn't I think I could just spawn gold bars, Matt? You knob. Still, I think it's better we do this properly, don't you? All right, so let's put the deck in. Let's blame an architect for making this go through the tree. They didn't check the drawings properly. All right, so that's that in place. This is going to be a big boy bridge. And next up, before we get too far, I should probably actually check that clearing all raw resource using this button here doesn't get rid of gold bars. I mean, thankfully, it definitely doesn't get rid of the fish, which I was worried about. So how about we head over to our first claim and next to the fish nado. And what is this you've built here, Matt, you might ask? Well, if you're into your weather, you might know this is how nados are formed. So we'll fly above this, we will select the gold bar, and then we're literally going to press the middle mouse button so that spawns, and then E to drop it. And we're just going to repeat like this for a long time. In fact, we're going to grab the magic wand. We're then going to load up my old friend, the auto clicker, and then we're going to fire away at 1 click a millisecond. And now, as you might see, we've been doing this for quite a few minutes and we haven't really got anywhere. This is because the volume of gold bars is a lot smaller than the volume of a fish. So what I want to try, if we press F6 to turn the auto clicker off, if we then grab another tin sheet, we can sort of lay these above what's already there. Now you can see we have a bit of a gap there, a slither. I don't know if it's going to work, but perhaps we can fill that with gold bars instead. So if we were to drop a gold bar like there, right, that one went down. It could be possible. It's really not going to be easy though. First off, let's make a table. Let's shove a gold bar on it, and then let's pick up our wand. So let's try and get in a position where the gold bars go straight down, sort of like that. And then if we auto click, ooh, yes, this is working. Right, that's sort of filled up now, so I can take a little step backwards and we go again. Right, so as far as I can tell, that's pretty filled up. We got 2 tests to do now. The first being, will the resources stay there when I clear all? Clear. Yes. Okay, so they stay there. They're not a raw resource. That is good. Second test, if we press escape, if we do save and quit to desktop. Guys, are you still there? All right, here we go. We're back. So let's continue the game. And then first off, we remove this front layer so we can see what we've done. Oh, it's a bit gappy. It's very much a little bit gappy. Yeah, but now we can remove this rear layer and we have revealed a gap. Nado. It's definitely gappy. I'm not sure. Perhaps I need to go a bit thicker, maybe. So, for example, now we have this, which is twice as wide, which hopefully means we can fit a lot more gold in without any issues using the auto clicker, because that is the only way I'm going to be able to do this without losing my sanity. The downside is it's a lot more gold, so we're going to be here quite a few more minutes than we would have otherwise been. I'll tell you what, though, I wish this wand and modern stuff was around when I made that bloody gold dam. One of my earlier videos was the gold bar Hydroneer dam, and it took like, I don't even want to, I think it was about 15 hours of work. Gold dam, look at that. Right, I think that's somewhat done. The graphical shaders of the water is not happy. So goodbye outer walls. Oh, this is, oh yes, that is what we're after. So yeah, that side compared to the other side is so much better. I mean, yes, it's a lot more gold, but it's filled to the bottom. That is fantastic. I mean, it's no fish Nado, but I think it means we can build a bridge pretty easily. So let's leave our partially completed gold Nado and let's go build a bridge. Right, so you've probably just seen a nice montage where we built this. Oh, it's so impressive. I'm so happy with it. Like, look how good it looks. Yeah, and thankfully the devs joined me in the chat because they told me rather than an auto clicker, I should be using this. Now this allows you to spawn resources at an alarming rate. And as you can see over here, I've just built a chain. I mean, I would call it a cable, but the fact it's made from loads of little pieces, I'm guessing it's more of a chain. Yeah, and so my final thoughts here, because I've tried like every material while I was on stream, trying to get a decent looking chain that had the strength as well, because it's important. We're doing engineering here. This isn't just architecture. We're trying to make it structurally sound. But yeah, I think what I'm going to do, I might add a little, like a point onto this diamond thing with the gold, and then I'm just going to have like 45-degree chain. Oh god, obviously it will mean that this is going to be a footbridge, but I think you need the time to enjoy like all the scenery. Like, you've got the waterfalls over there, you've got the goldness, you've got the horrible bridge to look at, and then the nice one in the background. So I think it doesn't make sense to use this as like a vehicular bridge. And by the way, if you did want to watch the full stream of this, you can go onto my Twitch VOD channel, the RCE archive, where you can find all of my Twitch streams if you're into that sort of thing. Right, anyway, we need to increase the height of this block on top. First off, we're going to spawn a window, and I'll show you why we're using windows. Again, this came from the devs as well. They were quite handy considering how rude they've been about my bridges. But yeah, if we just do this, and that should allow us to get like way more cables in. Then we'll just put the rest of these windows in, and there's actually a real life bridge that has this sort of design. It has the diamond thing, and then it has the blob on top. I wasn't going to put the blob on top because I'm not actually a fan of it. But yeah, let me know in the comments if you know which one it is. Right, so anyway, then we take this thing, the gold bar dev tool, and we literally just plonk it there. Oh, no, that's wrong way. That's wrong way. Got to be very careful what way the arrow is facing. So we face it that way, and now you can see that is filling up with gold. Now, obviously, that's taking quite a long time, but what we can do, we can just spawn a few more. So I'll shove two there, I'll shove two that side. So you can see, like, how much quicker this is than using an auto clicker. Like, look at the rate of gold bars. It's insane. I did notice, though, I've missed a window there, so I better pop that back in. And the reason we have used windows is because if I grab this magnet on a stick, I can literally give these, like, a little jiggle. Can you see how much space we're gaining? We're basically compacting gold bars, and that will make it shape nice and easily. And again, that came from the dev as well. Like, fair play. They know how to do weird stuff in their game. I mean, they did design that after all. Anyway, I think we're at the point where we need to turn these off. They quickly just drop all these before it goes mental. Right, and then we're pretty much there. Just give this top a bit more of a magnet as well. Right, nice. And those with a keen eye may have noticed the physics do actually like stop working like instantly, meaning if I grab my magic wand, I should just be able to delete these. And I think it's holding. I think that's not just gravity. I think it's the physics feature. Nice. And of course the devs, like, they put this in. Ooh, one fell out. I think they added this to sort of make the game like a lot easier to run. So obviously if this was all still working like in terms of physics, well, my game wouldn't be running. Let's put it that way. I don't think anything would be able to run this many different blocks. Right, so nice. There's that. It means I can delete these gold block things now. I'll delete all these runaway bars as well. Right, and then it's just a case of doing more cables. Now, the way I did this was stairs. So if we grab some stairs, and we do stairs up to the top like that, and then we want to spawn windows up the side. Now, thankfully, we can just do one side with these. We don't need to do both sides. And 4 hours later, I've pretty much got the right idea for this now. So all we got to do is grab this shard bar thing. We place it sort of there, and then we watch the shard bars fall down. Then after about 5 minutes, it starts to look like this, where it all starts piling up. But you actually want it to do that because you still want some to fall backwards. Right, and then we just grab it, move it up a few steps, and then we watch all of these just bounce past everything you've made onto contemplate life. But eventually they start doing what you want them to, and then we literally just rinse and repeat for each one until we're ready to connect this mighty cable to the golden structure. Sorted. Right, and then with that done, we can drop that. We can then do the bit that I hate, moving the stairs from here. And why do I hate it, you ask? Well, quite often when we take these stairs out, we lose a lot of bars from underneath. So yeah, we do have a few gaps in these cables, but it's fine. Right, and then we're sort of at the point where the frame rate is lagging a bit, probably because of how many bars we have scattered about the place. So this is where we want to grab our wand, and then we start doing the cleanup. And now this is super satisfying. It's sort of like Power Wash Simulator. So our deck looks like this currently, and after a lot of this, it then looks a lot better. But then when you look up at the cables, you can see it's a bit messy up there. So essentially we just do some like shaving of the cables. Now this is a very important engineering procedure, nothing to do with architecture. And then we're pretty much done on this front side. That is looking decent, but we've still got this side to do. Right, so after hours and hours and hours, and I've decided to do this on the hottest day of the year. It's 30 degrees outside, and I'm sat in a small contained room with a 3090 GPU pushing this game to its limits. But look, as you now walk across this hideous bridge, you now have a choice. You can turn your head right to see a bit of a bilf. A very fishy bilf. But if that's not your style, then perhaps as you're walking onto the bridge, you can look left and see this new bridge. And I think the only way I can really express my thoughts about this bridge, which does actually hurt my CPU to look at, it's to do a bridge review. This cable-stayed bridge is an absolute labor of love. Not only is it so shiny, but it's so well built that there's not a gap in sight. The cables are made from the highest quality shard bar material. From certain angles, you can even see the strongest shape. Whilst it's just a pedestrian bridge, and yes, it is sort of unsymmetrical, it's made out of blooming gold, man. What more do you want in life? And the view from the top is just epic. You can look at the waterfalls, you can look at the so therefore I give this a 9.8 out of 10 bridge review. Yeah, so wow, you heard it here first. That's a hell of a score. I think it's probably the highest bridge review score we've ever seen out. That saving really hurts my frame rate. But yeah, I reckon I've improved the game immensely. This place is no longer bridge poor, it's bridge rich. Yes, I renamed this town. Because, yeah, pretty proud of this, guys. Right, if you enjoyed that, please boost the like button. Really helps. Peace, love, and literally bridges to absolute bilfs and this hideous thing. Bye!